What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we've got some pretty exciting Destiny 2 stuff to jump in and talk about. Specifically, we finally have some news about Season of the Forge, of course the 5th season for Destiny 2 beginning on the 27th of November. And this comes in the form of an early This Week at Bungie. They break down a bunch of new Pinnacle Weapons that are becoming in the game in Season 5, and this includes Gambit and Vanguard, which is pretty awesome. We get a full breakdown of these weapons, what they do, and how they'll be obtained. So that's really cool. We'll talk about some stuff to do with Black Armory in the new season to take note of, and a few other roundups including a new Cade 6 comic which is going to be pretty cool, and stuff to do with the update on November 27th. So if you guys do enjoy the video, a rating below really helps me out. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more D2 content, but now let's get into it. So first up, as we get into the video, this news comes from This Week at Bungie. Of course, it is Thanksgiving in the US this week, so this one's a little bit early. And of course, if you're celebrating, then I hope you have an awesome time. But Bungie give us the first details about some stuff we can expect to see inside of Season 5. And Season 5 begins on the 27th of November, 1 week before Black Armory on the 4th of December. There are going to be a bunch of really cool Pinnacle Weapons right here. So Bungie say, Season of the Forge is kicking off next week. With it comes a new Pinnacle Weapon to earn in Crucible, and we've received a lot of feedback that you also wanted to see a Pinnacle Weapon to work towards when pitted against the environment, and the good news is that we have two for you. Vanguard Strike Missions and Gambit are being added to the list of worthy pursuits, with coveted trophies to be claimed. They do say though, they won't take as much of a time commitment as the Crucible reward, but they will still require some dedication to their activities. And Sandbox designer Victor Anderson from Bungie gives us a breakdown of some of these weapons. So first up, we have the Vanguard. This is going to be a new fusion rifle, the Loaded Question, a high impact fusion rifle, and they say the Loaded Question's unique perk is Reservoir Burst. When the battery is full, your next burst deals additional damage and causes enemies to explode on death. And Reservoir Burst is a perk that we actually found in the database, but they say this one went through a couple of cycles. Originally it had been a completely different perk that didn't quite make the cut. We tried a version that had only a damage bonus, but damage bonuses can sometimes be hard to appreciate when you're using a special weapon against lower health enemies. So explosions on kill were added to really sell the oomph and deal with waves of clustered enemies. So it's going to be really interesting to see a legendary fusion rifle that can actually cause explosions when you make a kill. And this could be pretty awesome inside of PvE content in general, but they give us an idea right here of how we'll actually earn this weapon. So they say pick up the quest from Zavala, complete all the following objectives, and you can earn progress towards all of these goals at the same time. So 500 fusion rifle kills in any strike or nightfall, 1,000 arc kills in any strike or nightfall, and then 40 strike or nightfall completions. And when you've done that, you can head back to Zavala to receive a fully masterwork to Loaded Question. So essentially here, they're making this kind of Pinnacle weapon a little bit more like something that you get in Crucible. It has multiple quest steps, different requirements for kills and stuff like that, so it definitely requires a little bit more commitment and is a little bit more unique than something like Toil and Trouble, which we currently have in the Vanguard inventory. That bonus could be pretty awesome, so let me know your thoughts about that one. But next they break down the Gambit Pinnacle weapon, and this is the Breakneck Precision Auto Rifle. So it is a kinetic auto rifle, and they say Breakneck's unique perk, Onslaught, allows the weapon's rate of fire to increase as you stack Rampage. Yet another bonus that we have actually spoken about and seen in the database. But they say when the plan was made to create more Pinnacle weapons for a variety of activities and not just Crucible, we had to think of something that would fit the activity. This was intended to be a workhorse for Gambit encounters, where killing large numbers of enemies very fast is the name of the game for a significant portion of it, so something with Rampage was an obvious starting point. Pinnacle weapons occupy an interesting space in the sandbox where we can take what is normally a legendary tier effect like Rampage and expand on that idea further. We did it with Outlaw for Desperado, and we're doing something similar for Rampage. We can see what this weapon actually looks like here, so it is pretty similar to Hazard of the Cast, but you've got this cool kind of leather right there with a Gambit token on the side, and you also have the Gambit icon in the reticle for the weapon. I don't know whether you'll see that when you're actually holding the weapon, but the weapon certainly looks really cool. First, you'll have to pick up a quest from the Drifter, and much like the Strike progress, you can actually earn progress towards different steps at the same time. So you'll need 500 auto rifle kills, 100 auto rifle multi-kills, 150 challenging enemies defeated, and 40 Gambit matches completed, and then you can go back to the Drifter to get a fully masterworked Breakneck auto rifle. So once again, pretty cool. I actually think that one looks pretty exciting, and the Rampage Onslaught combination is really awesome. Essentially, when you get a kill, you'll stack the first level of Rampage, another kill will give you Rampage times 2, and of course the rate of fire will increase, and you'll get that up to 3 times, so it's going to be pretty exciting. And they're also definitely more obtainable than things like Luna's Howl and the Crucible. Certainly a grind. I'm really looking forward to picking the Gambit auto up especially, but now we have the Crucible weapon itself, so it's called the Mountaintop. and it is a new lightweight grenade launcher in the kinetic slot, and it has a unique perk called Micro Missile. This weapon fires in a straight line and has a massively increased projectile speed. In addition to the above benefits, they say the projectile instantly detonates on the environment instead of bouncing like a traditional grenade launcher, unless you have sticky grenades selected. So it will always detonate on contact, as well as firing in a straight line, which is pretty interesting. They say other than Malicious Birthright, we haven't created any new lightweight grenade launchers since Forsaken. In general, it's a pretty underrepresented weapon type, and this gave us an opportunity to explore it as a Pinnacle Crucible weapon and add more variety to the mix of what you'll use and have used against you. The feeling of getting a direct hit for that instant kill is satisfying, so the weapon was built to support it, but to give it more options, it's also the only lightweight grenade launcher with sticky grenades, for those of you who have a more tactical approach to the Crucible. We can see this one right here as well, which is pretty cool. This one, however, will have a very lengthy quest. So first up, you have to reach Glory Rank Brave with the new season. Each objective earns you progress per action in any playlist, and players can earn substantial progress bonus by completing these objectives in the competitive playlist. So in the Crucible, earn Grenade Launcher Final Blow, 750 total points, and in non-competitive playlists, you'll get 3 points per kill. In competitive playlists, 10 points per kill. You need to rapidly defeat 2 or more opponents. Non-competitive playlists will grant 2 points per double play and 1 point per subsequent kill. In the competitive playlist, double plays will give you 5 points and 2 points for subsequent kills. You'll need to earn calculated trajectory medals. For 100 total points, you get 1 point for a medal in the non-competitive playlist and 4 points per medal in the competitive playlist, and then you'll need to reach Glory Rank Fabled within a season. And the calculated trajectory medal requires you to actually defeat 3 opponents in a single life with Grenade Launcher Final Blows, so that's definitely going to be a pretty interesting grind. And once you've got Fabled, you'll actually be able to pick up the weapon. They do say all of these objectives use account-wide constructs, so players can complete these objectives on any character. And they do say next week we can start earning these and see for ourselves. So guys, let me know what you think about these weapons down below. Pretty interesting that they went for a grenade launcher in the Crucible. I'd be curious to know how many of you guys plan to jump in and try and pick that up. The new fusion rifle sounds pretty awesome. I'm especially excited for the Gambit auto rifle. But like I said, let me know your thoughts about those down below and any of them which you plan to grind for. Up next though, Bungie say there is going to be a new Cade 6 comic coming out, and of course this will be part of the series of webcomics that Bungie have posted for Destiny 2. They say Cade 6 had a job to do, so he gathered a crew of unlikely troublemakers and headed to the reef. The plan was to hunt fallen barons in the Tangled Shore, and the plan was to bring outlaws to justice. Maybe the plan didn't go so well, or maybe it did. Depends on who you ask. After all, when someone goes looking for trouble, sometimes they find it. So they say Cade 6 Part 1 sets the stage for a showdown between Cade 6 and the vile scorned barons who eventually helped claim his life. And this is going to be released on the 29th of November over at comics.bungie.net. Now you see the artwork for this one, going to be pretty interesting. I'll link Bungie's blog post down below so you can check it out fully if you want to. Now though, Bungie have a bunch of stuff to round up, issues in the game right now, things to do with the November 27th update. So they say clan rank resets, in addition to the ranks discussed the last week, clan ranks will reset at the start of Season of the Forge, and of course the ones they referred to before were things like Crucible and Vanguard, so do bear in mind the clan ranks will reset. They say with the release of Destiny Update 2.1.0 on November 27th, all players who have access to Last Wish will be able to claim the weekly bounty from Hawthorne at the Tower Bazaar. In Season of the Outlaw, players needed to achieve clan rank 4 to unlock Hawthorne's bounty, but now the bounty will be available to all players who have unlocked Last Wish Raid, regardless of clan rank. So that's definitely good. They do remind players that once Season of the Forge begins, players must complete at least one Gambit match before turning in bounties, and these are any bounties which you've brought over from Season of the Outlaw. Players who turn in bounties after Season of the Forge begins, but before playing a Gambit match, will not correctly receive their points to infamy rank from these bounties. And they do say, as a reminder, there could be some unforeseen issues in the week between November 27th and December 4th, and once again, they reiterate there are some known issues in the game, and there is a full list of known issues which you can find in Bungie's blog post, which I'll link below. Of course, they do remind us that on the 27th, we will see a new vidoc to show us what we're going to be playing, and they say we'll get more details about the plans going forward. We'll also have a full gameplay calendar to draw a clear picture of what to expect for the rest of the year and beyond. So next week on Tuesday 27th is going to be a pretty busy one, so lots of stuff to look forward to there. Also as a quick shout, Bungie are working with Direct Relief to raise money for folks affected by the California wildfires right now, and they're donating 100% of the profits from the Bungie Foundation pins sold up until the 31st of December to Direct Relief's efforts to support this. So if you want to help out with that, of course it's definitely a good cause, and that will be linked in the blog post as well. But guys, let me know your thoughts about those Pinnacle weapons. Really exciting stuff to look forward to. If you're a collector, there'll be plenty to grind for in the upcoming season. And of course, these are just a few little bits and bobs that Bungie are showing us right now. We have a full season reveal coming up, a vidoc about annual pass, And of course, a ton of information, new content in the Black Armory, so there is a lot to look forward to starting up very soon. But if you have enjoyed this video, a like below is super appreciated. If you're new to the channel, be sure to hit subscribe to see a lot more Destiny content. Thanks as always for tuning in, but whatever you get up to, I hope you guys have an awesome day.